So now let's start off with a project. So in order to create a new project, what you need to do is go to your desired directory and click on Expo in it and the project name, which in our case is Netflix clone. So I did some background stuff when you were not there. So actually I did a recording before this and it actually quite failed because I did not start the record button and I saw that after 5 minutes. So I'll tell you what all I did. So first I created a new project and then what I did was open the project in Visual Studio Code. And then what I did was set up a new project in Firebase. I will tell you how to set up a new project in Firebase. First, you need to click on Add Project, name your project, and then go on with the steps. And then after that, you will go to your project like this, and you need to set up a new app. So if you click on Add App over here, and if you go to Web, you need to name your app, and you do that stuff. So that once that is done, go to your authentication and enable authentication for email and password like this. And after you save that, go to Firestore database and enable your database. And now the most important part is go to your project settings, and I will not go down completely, and I'll go down till here. And if you click on config, you'll get your credentials. Copy your credentials and save it with you. Now what you need to do is go to your Visual Studio Code and create a new file known as firebase.js like this. So I'm blurring out the credentials over here. So it's inside of Firebase config. Over there, paste your credentials. So once that is done, see the code and just copy it. I made a type over here, it's length. Just save it and close it. And what you need to install for Firebase to work is Expo install Firebase. So that is quite important. And the last thing which I did behind your back is set up navigation. I did not do it completely. I just installed the packages. So the packages required in order to do that is first this, which is React Navigation /native, and this React Navigation /stack /bottom tabs, and also we'll be needing the screens. Let me show you that as well. So where is that? Yeah, over here. Expo install React Native screens, React Native safe area context. Once you do that, your navigation is set up. Now what you need to do is go to app.js and get your navigation container. So once you get your navigation container, wrap your project around it. Just like let's remove this and also install npm i styled components. Quite important. And after this, wrap your project with navigation container. Perfect. And click save. That's it. So now what you need to do is remove this as well because we don't require that, and remove this. So now let me turn on my phone. So in order to get this on your phone, go to your home, install an app known as Expo Go. So go to your app and then click on your project like this, and you'll go to your project. That's it. That's pretty much it. So now I'm installing style components. Let it install, and in the meanwhile what we'll do is remove this and type keyboard avoiding view. So let's import it. Import keyboard avoiding view from React Native. Perfect. And let's keep it over there. And also with this, you need to add in a behavior platform. Let's import platform. So platform is also pretty existent with React Native. So platform.os is equal to iOS, then padding or else height. So this will make sure that your mobile app is quite responsive with forms. And also style is equal to flex1, and keyboard view is keyboard vertical offset platform.os if it's iOS -64 or else 0. So this is pretty much it for keyboard avoiding view. So now what we need to do is set up the stack navigation. So in order to set up the stack navigation, first import create stack navigator. Let's see if we can autofill it. Const stack is equal to create stack navigator. For some reason today my editor is not autofilling my code, so let's manually do that. Create stack navigator and also transition presets, because we need that nice animation, right? Presets from at React navigation / stack, and we have the stack ready. Now what you need to do is create an object known as const screen options, and you'll not need the header shown because we'll have a custom header, and transition presets slide from right iOS. So this is our screen options, and down over here what we'll do is stack navigator initial route name is equal to splash. So we'll have the splash screen, and screen options is equal to screen options. Perfect. Screen options. So we'll have this, and also I forgot one thing. We need to install np expo install expo status bar. We might require that, so we don't require it over here, but we might require it in the near future. So stack.navigator, we'll be having stack.screen. In this video we'll work on two screens, login and register. We'll complete the authentication of Netflix, and I also showed you the Netflix UI in my previous introduction, right? So we're going to build that in the next video, and we're going to build that up, search screen, the list screen, and everything top to bottom, Netflix clone. So we're going to do that in this video. Let's cut it short with authentication. So login and component, let's make a folder known as screens or screen. So make a file known as login.js and register.js. Quite perfect. And go to login.js rnfe. So there's a shortcut which you can get. So rnfe, it's important. Let's save it, and let's go over here and import it. Auto import, and that's pretty much good. And now let's make some options over here. Gesture enabled. So this is required for the transitions. Gesture enabled, which is equal to true, and animation enabled true, and gesture direction horizontal. Perfect. And we have two screens like this as of now. Let's make it 3 because we also need the splash. So let's make the splash splash.js and rnfe. Come on, autofill. So now over here, so let's save it and go over here, splash, correct, and let's go to register, rnfe, and let's go over here. So if you're wondering where did I get that autofill, go to your extensions tab, and over here you'll have a extension known as Babel ES6 or ES7, and also ES7 React/Redux/GraphQL/React Native snippets. So if you install those, that's it, your life is pretty much easy in React Native. So over here you'll need register, auto import, register over here as well, and splash over here. So let's save it and let's check our app. So let's reload our app. New update available, downloading. Okay, so 94%. The development server returns something. React Native gesture handler. Yeah, I just forgot about that. We need npm I React Native gesture handler. Install that. Okay, let it install for a while. It may take 1 to 2 minutes, and in the meanwhile let's design a splash screen. And also, if you go to my GitHub link of this project, you'll have some assets. So download those assets into your assets folder to work on this project. So now what I'll do is, first import the styled components. Import styled from styled components /native, and what I'll do is over here import auth from Firebase, and also I'll import the status bar. So how do you import the status bar? It's the Expo status bar. So in order to use the Expo status bar, what you need to do is import status bar from Expo status bar. So we'll be having the status bar, and down, in order to use it, what you need to do is, first create a view if you like. So if you don't know React Native that much, and if you're a very beginner, a view is just like a div. So why did they name view and why did they not name div? So in order to understand that, you need to understand that an Expo project, the project will be divided into two. One is inode project and the other is iOS. We are writing the same code for two different platforms. So in order to distinguish that, we are using view. So view is just like a div, and you can use it just like that. And now what you need to do is status bar. Status bar style is equal to light. That makes our life light. Okay, so after this, what you need to do is, you should make a container. We don't have a thing known as container in React Native, and that's where the style components kick in. So if you make a thing over here, a constant variable, and if you name it style.view or text or anything, it will act as such. So this is how you use style variables. So over here, flex1 and background color, just like CSS, you can keep it over here, and justify content to the center and align items to the center. Now let's save it, and let's clear the terminal off as it's installed. Okay, so now let's check our app, and here it is. It's black, completely black, and that's what I needed. So that's pretty much cool. And now, in order to make this a dark app, because Netflix main color is black, so in order to do that, make everything black, what you need to do is go to app.json, and inside of app.json make this 0000000. That's a lot of zeros, and let's see if it's 6 zeros. No, that's 6 zeros. Now what you're going to do is /2. If you have installed my assets, it's going to be /2, and everything is going to be same. So everything is going to be same, and over here we'll be requiring full screen because we'll be implementing the video feature. So now we'll be requiring the require full screen feature. So let's keep that true and make this 000 000. How many zeros? Yeah, 10 to the power of 6, and /2. And let's close it now. So now go to splash, and everything is pretty good. I removed the view over here, if you noticed. Just remove it. It's pretty good like that. And now what you need to do is go to navigation, install navigation like that, and also make a use effect. So do you know the main purpose of splash? So we are using splash in order to decide whether the user is logged in or not. If he's logged in, send him to home screen. If he's not logged in, send him to login screen. So that is the main feature we are implementing over here. So now let's make a new thing, new use effect, and in this const unsubscribe is equal to auth.on auth state changed. So we get auth user, and if auth user, then navigation dot replace register. At present we don't have the home screen ready yet, so instead of home screen, like a placeholder, let's use register. We'll change that up later when we finish the home screen. So for now, let's keep it like that. And navigation replace login. If he's not if there is no user like that, then let's send him to login. So after everything, let's make it unsubscribe. So good. So we complete the use effect and status bar container. That's pretty much good. Now let's save it And let's check our mobile devices. Can't find variable use effect. Pretty bad. So let's import it. Use effect. Autocomplete is not working for me again. I don't know why. So let's save it again. And perfect. Now I am redirected to the login page. So if you want to test that, make login over here, save it, check it. Oh, that's good. We have login. Now let's start designing the login page. So in order to do that, first we'll be having the status bar from React Expo status bar, sorry. And after this we'll be having styled from style components /native. Perfect. Now what we need to do is first let's design the UIs first. In order to do that, remove everything in over here and make a normal fragment and status bar style is equal to light, and let's make a container. So let's design the style components everything to the last, and first let's do this. And first a container, then let's have an image background. So these are not these tags do not exist. Let's code everything up later. So let's make the source and URI to URL which Netflix has provided us. So what is that URL? Now let's keep a URL. So this is the URL which Netflix uses for some random movies which it places in Netflix India. And after placing in the URL, let's make the resize mode to cover, and let's style it a bit. A flex of 1 and height. We'll get the dimensions. Auto imported dot get window. Thank God my autofill is working all of a sudden, which did not work for the whole video till now. So that's pretty much good. And we have the image background. And after this, what you need to do is, so first of all you need to understand that image background is a component of its own. So let's import this. So let's import that, and after this we need the overlay. So the overlay is for the darkness. So this image over here which I placed above, it's not completely dark. We need to make it dark. So in order to do that, we need the overlay, and after this we need the header component which we did not design yet. So let's not keep the header component now, and let's keep it later. At present we have the form wrapper, and after this we have the form, and after this we have the sign in text which goes like this, sign in, and after this we have the input placeholder is equal to enter your email, and placeholder text color is equal to gray, and value is equal to email which we'll be creating. Let's not keep that for now, okay, to make things a little bit simple for you guys. So after this we'll be having the password as well. Perfect. Enter your password. Let's make that password, okay, and placeholder gray. Secure text entry, which is important because we should not show the password to anybody, right? So in order to do that, we need that, and also we need a button, submit form on press login. Let's make that later, and submit form, and inside that we'll be having sign in. Perfect. And after this we'll be having the new to Netflix text wrapper, and this is a touchable opacity which sort of works like a button, and we'll be having 0.5 active opacity, and inside of this what we'll be having is new to Netflix sign up. Perfect. So now let's style the CSS. So in order to do that, first what you need to do is const container is equal to style.scrollView. It's sort of like a view but it scrolls. That's the basic definition actually. And background color is 000. And after this const from wrapper form wrapper. Oh shit, there are many typos. Styled view width 200% and justify content center and align items to the center, and height is 80%. And after this, const form is equal to styled dot view, and the height is 400 pixels and the width is 90%. And after this, the background color is black and flex direction is column, and border radius is 20 pixels and padding is 20 pixels, and justify content is center. Pretty good. And const submit form, so we'll be having this, and styled dot touchable opacity, typos, and touchable opacity width is 95%, height is 50 pixels, and border we have is none, and padding we have 10 pixels, and border radius we have 15 pixels. Background color is 333 and color is white, and margin top is 10 pixels. Perfect. Const button text is equal to styled dot text, and for that we'll be having font size 15 pixels and font weight bold, padding left 5 pixels, and color is white. Perfect. And const sign in text, which is the second last thing, which is styled dot text. We're having a lot of styles, right? So we'll be having sign in text. So what is the sign in text? Font size 30 pixels, font weight is bold, and color is white, and margin is 10 pixels, and text align is left. And after this, we'll be having a bunch of things. Const new to Netflix text wrapper, new to Netflix text wrapper, and style dot touchable opacity, and we'll be having the width 100%. And after this, const new to Netflix, which will be the text, and font size is 15 pixels, font weight is 500, text align center color CCC, and margin 15 pixels, text align center. And const overlay is equal to style. This is the final thing, so don't worry. And background color is equal to first RGBA 0,0,0,0.5, and we'll be having flex font. Now let's see our application and if we have any typos. So I guess my server got disconnected, so let me do something. So first close the application, go over there and just redeploy it. Something has gone wrong. My internet is there, and over here my internet has gone off, so let me turn on my mobile data. So my internet is not turning this on, so let's do something. I'll stop off my recording in my phone, and what I'll do is I'll run this application in web browser. So it's the same result, but we cannot make this go on forever. Like we cannot move this on till the home page, because home page has some components which web cannot render. So as we are only dealing with login and register now, so it's fine. So now let's see, input is not defined, we got an error. So input should be defined. Input. So give me a minute, I'll just check where input comes. So did I miss the styling for input? Yes, I missed the styling for input. So what I'll do is const input is equal to styled dot text input is we'll be having width of 95% and height of 50 pixels and border of none and padding of 10 pixels and border radius of 15 pixels and background color is 333 and color is white and margin top of 10 pixels. Let's save it and see our application. Let's reload it. Splash screen is perfect and this thing is not good. So we have the background image, which is good. Overlay. So let's reload it once. So it's not very good and it looks like my internet is back and my phone can render something. So over here the splash screen is very good and we have some errors. Let's see. So we'll be having flex. I wrote the direction, something like that. So which is completely wrong. And let's see where we did that. And flex direction should be over here. Direction. Yeah. Let's save it. See if we have anything else. That's the only thing. Now let's dismiss it. Let's also reload it. In Expo, you need to just shake your phone like this to reload. Text strings must be rendered within a text component. Oh crap, where did I did that? So submit form. Okay, I did something which is pretty bad. Button text. I styled it, but I forgot to include it in my code. So now my charging of my laptop is almost dead. Let's use it till the recording is done. Okay, now let's see our application. It does not look good. This means that we have gone off somewhere. So input, there is no placeholder which is being rendered. So placeholder text color is equal to gray. It's not being rendered. Did we do anything wrong? So let's check it out. Our banner is good, right? And also new to Netflix. Let's check our CSS up, because my submit form button is also not so good. So touch below pasty with 95%. Go down. Okay, submit form 95%. Height is 50 pixels. Color. Okay, I forgot that. Maybe color white and border. Maybe I just coded the wrong thing. Width is 95%, height is 50 pixels, and color is white, and border radius is 10 pixels and border is none, and justify content is center, and align items to the center, and margin top 20 pixels, and background color is E7442E. This is the Netflix red. Let's save it and see it. By the time my phone just completes the render, let's make some state variables. So we need state variables in order to store the information we are getting from the client. So const email is set email is equal to use state, and also const password set password is equal to use state, const loading set loading. So now use state and false. Const login is a function where we'll be using this for logging in the user. Let's set the loading to true, and if not email or not password, let's alert the user all fields are mandatory. Good. And set the password to this, set the email also to this. My battery is dying, so set loading is false and return. And after this, auth imported, sign in. So sign in with email and password. Perfect. And email comma password. dot then auth user, over here navigation dot replace. Over here actually we should have the home screen, but as we did not design it, let's keep it register. So we did not design it yet, so let's keep it register. And set password this, and let's just copy this. This is the same thing which is happening over here. And what we need to do over here is catch the error and set the loading to false and alert the error message. So that's pretty much it for the login function. Now let's tie it up with our client. So value is email, and on change text we'll be having the text set email text. Perfect. And over here value is password, on change text text set password text. Perfect. Now we have our whole thing except for this. On press we should have login, and also we should have this disabled whenever the app is loading up. And also over here we should not let this render sign in, and if it's loading then loading, or else sign in. Perfect. Now we have everything ready. Submit form is a touchable opacity, right? So active opacity 0.5. Perfect. And now let's see it. Yeah, that's good, but my phone, it's not getting things fast. Okay, now I got my laptop charging back and everything. So now let's resume again. Okay, so now let's check our phone, and this is pretty much good, and we have the sign in text and everything pretty much good. So this is very nice, but we are not having the placeholder because we are typing in a typo over here. So once I solve that, we have another issue. Once you click on something, it's again disappearing. So let's see where we did that mistake. On change text value on change text set email, everything is good. And let's see the state variables, everything is good. So now let's save it. So we have a typo over here on change text, so that solves it. That's good, very good. So now let's move on to register, shall we? And let's copy and let's just paste it. Now let's change some vital things like these. So now let's change some vital things. So the component name, for example. So where is that? And over here. So register, that's good. Now we also have in register some other styles such as the half input wrapper, half input wrapper, style dot view, and background color is RGBA 000.5 and flex of 1, and const half input wrapper is equal to style dot view flex direction of row. And actually I did something wrong over here. It's not like that. Flex direction row, justify content to the center and align items to the center, and const half input style dot text input. So it's just like text input. Where do we have the input? Copy everything as is, but we have a slight change, which is 45.8%, and when in focus the background color changes to 454545. Good. So let's check this out. Let's go to sign up, and in login screen let's make something over here. New to Netflix, on press. Now over here navigation to navigate, register will take us to the register page. Now let's check it out. It's not working. Navigation is not defined. Okay, because we did not define it, obviously. Okay, now let's check it out. Sign up. Good. Now we have the sign up. So we lost some vital information over here as well. It's not sign up, it's register. So sign up, and over here we have sign in, and that too over here we'll be having already have an account. Perfect. So this will make sure that we have some information. And over here inputs wrapper, which we did not make and we will be making. Half input wrapper, and inside this half input, and instead of that let's copy this and copy this again. Now we'll be having half input and another half input, and instead of this we'll be having first name and last name and last name, and over here we'll be having first name, and over here we'll be having last name, and set first name and set last name, and let's go up and set first name perfect, and also set the last name. Perfect. Now over here this is done. Now email is also done, password is done, loading is done, so we have something ready. So now we got an error, and let's see what the error is. So inputs wrapper is not defined, so for that let's define it. Inputs wrapper is equal to styled dot view, and the good thing about it is it's just like half inputs wrapper. Inputs wrapper. Perfect. Now let's see this. It's pretty much good. As you can see, the application is pretty much done for sign in and also sign up. Oh, we got something. Oh, I did the same mistake. Flex direction. Anything else? Sign up. Oh, I got another thing over here. Flex direction. I got many typos. So let's see this again. Yeah, that's good, but the half input we should have a margin. So let's give it my margin right of 5 pixels. Now let's check it out. Yeah, so that's pretty much good for 45.8, 50, border none, padding 10, border radius 15 pixels, and border color 333, color white, margin right, margin top. Everything is good of half input. Now let's change it to 50% width. 49. It's a bit large. Okay, that's good. 48.8. That makes a difference. 48. Okay, that's cool. Cool. So now sign in. We don't have that yet. Go to login. Go down. Copy this. And go down over here and just log in. So sign in. Navigation is not defined, so we are getting many errors. So let's go down and navigation and save it. So let's see how this ends. Dismiss, sign in, sign up. This is pretty much good. So the last and final thing which is left is the register, and we need to build that. So what I'm going to do is I'll paste the code over here for register and I'll explain it to you. So for the logic of register, it's quite simple. Over here, go over here and I'll just paste it over there. First, set loading to true, and then if not email or not password or first name or last name, just alert the user, and then create the user with email and password. You'll send the email or password, and in the database you're going to store the email, the doc name as email, and you're going to store first name, last name, email, and a list where you later will be using that list for storing in the movies which we saved. So after this, we are going to replace the bottom stack, but we don't have bottom stack, so let's send them the login. I'll change that up in the next video. So we have the set password, set email, set loading false. Everything is set, and now let's save it, and now our app is done. In the next video, our main agenda is to complete the home screen and the header, which should be displayed at the top of the page. And even in this page where sign in and sign up, we should have a strip over there which says Netflix on the top, which we don't have over here because we'll be building in the next video. So let's go to sign up, and if you want to give it a try, you can give it. So before we wrap up, let's check the application. So this is pretty cool. It's working, everything is working. I'll meet you in the next video where we'll be building the header, the home page, and we'll be connecting it to the UI. And that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Peace.